A plan to overhaul Alamo Plaza moves forward following a unanimous vote from the Alamo Management Committee. Record rainfall boosts the Edwards aquifer, with more on the horizon. And while Singhs Vietnamese has no one for loyal customers, the brick-and-mortar operation is stuck in park. This is your Express Briefing podcast for Wednesday, September 5th. Subscribe to this and other free content at expressnews.com/podcasts. And get each day's top news and sports headlines delivered to your inbox at expressnews.com/newsletters. A plan to overhaul Alamo Plaza moved a step closer to reality Tuesday after the 6-member Alamo Management Committee unanimously approved the Alamo site plan, sending it forward for a decision that could be made this week by Land Commissioner George P. Bush and Mayor Ron Nierenberg. In addition, the proposal will be viewed by 2 city boards and could be acted on by the City Council as early as October. Held by phone with participants in San Antonio, Austin, and Fort Worth, the vote advances a public-private project expected to cost up to $450 million to close the city plaza to traffic, provide more shaded pedestrian space, and create interpretation and exhibits to complement a new Alamo Museum on the west side of the plaza. The unanimous vote reaffirms last week's support by a 30-member Alamo Citizen Advisory Committee of strategies calling for closure of the streets in the plaza to traffic, potential reuse of 3 state-owned historic buildings to house the museum, repair and relocation of the 1930s cenotaph, and specific entry points for pedestrians entering the plaza. While the worst of Tuesday's Bexar County flooding is over, the National Weather Service says isolated thunderstorms could drop another 2 to 5 inches of rain in Medina and Uvalde counties throughout today, and continue to douse the area through the end of the week. The overnight deluge closed roads, left stalled vehicles, and prompted rescues, but showed a silver lining as the Edwards aquifer, which was about 15 feet below normal before the rain, rose several feet to a reading of 647 feet above sea level by Tuesday afternoon. Due to a dry summer, San Antonio is now in Stage 2 water restrictions, with the goal of generating a 30% reduction over normal use. However, an official at the Edwards Aquifer Authority says the big rain likely staved off the need for Stage 3 35% reduction. Firefighters responded to a total of 63 calls for high water rescues from Monday night to Tuesday morning and had to enter the water to save victims at 4 locations. And while new St. Mary's Strip restaurant Singhs Vietnamese has no want for loyal customers, its brick-and-mortar operation is stuck in park.
Howdy folks, I am Paul Stephen and I do the Just a Taste reviews for the Express News Taste Team, and this week we're swinging by Singhs Vietnamese. Now this business has been around for a couple of years operating as a food trailer, but they recently opened a brick-and-mortar at 2803 North St. Mary's over on the Strip. This is kind of a choose-your-own-adventure restaurant, so you pick a base and then add a protein on top of that, and you can dress it up with some sauces and whatnot at your table. I really like their banh mi sandwich. It's a terrific buttery bread. I had mine with pork. It was nice, big, zesty, flavorful thing. The goy salad, this was sort of a shredded cabbage and herb salad dressed with a fish sauce-based dressing with this really terrific lemongrass chicken on top. Probably one of my favorite dishes there. I had some fried shrimp on top of rice. The fried shrimp were nice and plump. The rice was a little on the bland side. That wasn't one of my favorites. They do a chili oil rib appetizer, which is it's like crackling fat and crispy. It's kind of like gnawing on a chicharron con carne at the market here in town. The problem I have with this place is that it still feels very much like a food truck when it comes to the service. You've got paper bowls, paper plates. It's kind of disposable in that way. There's just so much potential with these cooks, though. They've got a great grasp on flavor profiles and food. They cook everything really well. I just would love to see them evolve into the space and become a more fully realized restaurant now that they've got the room for it. To check out the rest of our reviews, visit mysa.com/food.
And That's your daily San Antonio Express News briefing for Wednesday, September 5th. Subscribe to this and other free content at expressnews.com/podcasts.